Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to G Bear's Off-Grid Ways, a homestead in the desert. Hey, apologize for not posting in the last few days, but I was busy helping a neighbor with some plumbing problems, on the slab leak, and had to replace some faucets and drain lines and all that kind of stuff because they got their well back in operation. They were using water off of a water tank like I do, and they had a well, but it was in op, and now they've got it back working again. So all the faucets needed to be repaired and things like that. So that's been taking up a little bit of my time, but we're at the bottom end of it all. Just one more drain, I think, and a toilet seal that has to be replaced, and it's all done with. But there's going to be some digging for that, so they're going to take care of the digging and call me when it's exposed, and then I'll go up there and do the replacements. All right, everybody. Winds are kicking up again today. They said they weren't going to start until 5 p.m., but they've pretty much been blowing all day long. Not this strong, just at this time, they just started really picking up. Anyway, temperatures are down a little bit. It's comfortable outside, and we're going to move around here and show you some of the things that I did. Well, I got some wall hangings. That one over there. I got one over here on the cabinets, and got one over here. Then I put a couple of corner shelves over there, and then over here is my little memory lane. I found this today in the dollar store for $2, and it really says it exactly. There's one piece, and there's another piece. Both of them living in heaven, and that's what they were Labrador retrievers. So that was Sugar, and that was Sammy. Anyway, that's between the two of them, that was better than 25 years of dog in my life, and still not over it. Anyway, let's move around here and catch you up to date on a few other things. The weather over there, I just checked the radar, and they are getting rain just on the other side of the ridge over there. There was only a 10% chance of rain here today, but the radar is showing that they got it, not us. And I've never seen rain in this area in June. And any of the other local neighbors that are watching this, if you have, sound in. Leave a comment down below. Let us know. Anyway, my swing here on the really hot days when it was triple digits plus, I would come out here and sit in that swing with a cold beer at night and look up at the stars, and the breeze would be blowing like it is right now, and just comfortable as can be, nice and cool. Let the cabin cool down for a little while, and then I would go in and get into bed and get a good night's sleep. Of course, with all the work I've been doing on the plumbing, that's also helped me sleep really well. Chickens are doing great. I'm not going to go over there right now. The garden is in excellent condition. I just went through there a little while ago and checked things out. I ate a couple of strawberries and some blueberries and a couple of tomatoes. So I've had my salad for the evening, and later on tonight I'm going to make some Hamburg stew, because with the winds blowing like this outside, it's really hard to barbecue because the winds blow the heat away from the barbecue. So one of the things I've been doing too is the local birds are somehow getting between the shade cloth and the aviary wire, and they know how to get in, but they're too stupid to go back out the same way. So I have to go in there every couple of times a day, And I use a small stick to go through the aviary wire and push up on the shade cloth at the seams, and gives them a large opening, and then they finally see how to get out and they fly away. But I got a few dead ones up in there that didn't make it. They got slammed by the winds, slapping them back down against the wire. But maybe they'll learn. I'm not betting on it, but maybe they will. All right, the only other thing I got for today is mulberry trees. Been doing a lot of research online about the mulberry trees, and I've got to get them out of my grow house, out of the Garden of Eden, because they are takeover plants. I mean real takeover plants. They will infiltrate all your square footage and eat up all of your soil and kill all the roots of the other plants, because they're going to hog it all. So they kind of choke things off. So I'm going to take them all out of the garden house. And I already planted one small one right here by the water pit, but I didn't water it yet. I can still see it's still green over there. And I'll be ordering water. I understand there's a 2-week wait for delivery. So I'm going to be ordering water probably on Monday, and 2 weeks from then I'll get everything refilled, because those totes are empty from the rainwater. That one's 1/3 left in it. The three barrels are two and a half of them are full, and that other white barrel is 1/3 left in it. All the yellow containers are already empty. That blue barrel over there is empty, and my 2 totes up over on this end have probably 100 gallons left. Well, not even that, maybe 75 gallons left in them, and I'll transfer that down and be ready for the new water delivery and get everything topped off again. I remember the last time I got water was October 1st last year. So this is 9 months on a full water run, and that was pretty good. Although I do have water still left in these barrels on the 4 corners, so I'll probably transfer that down to the garden area, because that's going to get used. Those 2 out front just have maybe 5 gallons each left into them. I'll be draining those out and putting it into other containers and moving it down to the garden, because that's all rainwater anyway. And I'll use that up for the next couple of weeks while I'm waiting for my water delivery. And I think they're probably going to come out with a 4,200 gallon truck. If they do, I should be able to take almost all 4,200 gallons, because that's what I got for storage here, is just around 4,100. And I may even go buy one more of those IBC totes and get that down here, so that I can have another 275 gallon capacity. And that will empty the whole truck. All right, everybody. This is G-Bear reminding you, give me a thumbs up down there if you would, please. Don't forget to subscribe. Questions and comments, you can add those down below. And I'll get back to you as quick as possible on those. I also going to be doing some other things. I had a request for me. I never realized that the videos I did in my gardening and horticulture playlist, I talk about air layering a plant or a tree, and I show some of it, but I don't show the whole process. So I will be doing one of those. It's not a good time to air layer at this time of year. You usually want to do that earlier in the spring when the trees are just starting to come forward, because that's when they're the strongest and get the best air layering. But I will be doing one on that. And there's also a couple more questions on wind power and solar power and battery banks, and I'll be putting something together on that. And then we're going to get into some also some cooking, and I'm going to also show you how to make sun-fired beef jerky, and we'll be doing that out here. Of course, a day like today is not a good day to do it, but when it gets warmer, we'll be doing stuff like that. All right, everybody. This is G-Bear saying thank you for joining me, and please subscribe if you haven't already. G-Bear signing off.